got a smile on my face, I got four walls around me. I got the sun in the sky and all the water surrounds me. Oh, hey, oh. I win now, but sometimes I lose. I've been battered, but I never bruise. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. Janie sings on the corner what keeps her from dying. Yeah, let them say what they want, she won't stop trying. Oh, hey, oh. She might stumble if they push her around. She might fall, but she'll never lie down. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. Hey! In this beautiful life, there's always some sorrow. Yeah, but it's a double-edged knife, and there's always tomorrow. Hey, oh. It's up to you now if you sink or swim. Just keep the faith and your ship will come in. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. Hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I've got a smile on my face. I've got four walls around me.
Women, Terry, this one's for you.
I try.
Roll out the announcements. Announcements are coming your way. Roll out the announcements. Here's the announcement lady. Hey!
Ask and you shall receive. Good morning. Women Terry, longtime members here, they winter in Florida. I'm so sad for them. But now that they know that Rainier is with us on the squeeze box, they've been bugging us for a polka. So there you go. Good morning, good morning. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Tanis, the announcement lady. So let's get to it. Upcoming class, starting Wednesday, May 28th, from 7 to 9 p.m., the 4 agreements. So that'll be a 4-week class, because it's not the 5 or 6 agreements. Thank you, I'm here all week. This class will be a little bit different. There will be no webcast for it. It's live, and in person here because it's only 4 weeks. Cost will be $80, and there are only 5 books left in the bookstore, so if you don't have your copy, grab it, and registration is in the bookstore. So it runs May 28th. See, polka, and now I'm out of breath. May 28th to June 25th. There will be no class June 18th. It will resume after that. Now, TTC revisions, May 11th to June 21st. There's a link on our website, poster on the front door, if any of you notice that Queen and Leslie is closed temporarily while they lay new streetcar tracks. Greenwood is a wonderful alternative, as we found out this morning. And next Sunday after service, Jonathan is leaving for Guatemala for a week with Reverend James Mellon to volunteer in the orphanage. And he will be back the following Sunday, so can fill us in on his time there. We are $430 short on the fundraising goal of $2,500. So open your hearts, open your wallets, head to the bookstore, donate online. Let's get that number up there. And you can also donate goods. The box isn't there this week. It's by the chalkboard. And there's a list of things that you can donate that Jonathan is going to take down for the kids. So whatever you can do, that would be fantastic. If you are donating through the bookstore or online, just specify that it is for the Guatemalan, let's call it an adventure, so that money is directly donated to that cause. If we go over, fantastic, any funds are going straight to the orphanage. And that's all. Do I have anything else to say other than let's put our hands together for the fabulous, the talented, the glorious, the handsome Reverend Jonathan Zenz.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Jonathan Zenz. I am the spiritual director here. I've got a couple of things. So one of the things that I did not put into the announcements, and I asked specifically that we hold off on you making this announcement because I wanted to personally make this announcement. Due to the circumstances that are occurring in my life with my family, I've decided to postpone the cabaret. It was a nice idea, but I'm going to do it in September, and I think I'll be first of all, I'm going to be much better prepared because heaven knows I've been rehearsing it already. And it's going to be I was about to come out with an expletive. It's going to be a really great show. The Sondheim and Schwartz Cabaret, Even Stevens, I'm going to be doing in September instead of on June 5th. So there's that announcement. There was something else I was going to say. So the funny thing is, I'm standing back there, and Tanis announces, next week after service, Reverend Jonathan is going to be going to Guatemala, and there's one woohoo in the entire room from my roommate. This is a perfect way to start Mother's Day because today is a day about joy ultimately, and that's really what we're celebrating every Sunday is joy. We're celebrating that there is a joyful energy in this universe. I talked a lot about it yesterday. I talked about it as love. Love is the creative impulse of the universe, and that is what we are here to enjoy and celebrate today. So I welcome you all to this joyful celebration. And in light of that, I want us to do the reading on the cover of our songbooks. I know nobody was prepared for this, right? These words of Dr. Ernest Holmes. I'll stop moving, Tony, I promise. Poor Tony with that camera. He has quite a job to keep up with me sometimes. So let's read these words of Dr. Ernest Holmes together and simply allow them to resonate within our own soul, each and every one of us. I am happy and complete today and forever. Within me is that which is perfect and complete. It is the spirit of all life, truth, and action. I am happy in the certain knowledge of this inner light. I radiate joy and life, for life is within me now. Life is within me. Life is within each and every one of us right here in this very moment. I am doing things a little bit differently today because as when I came in and said, I'm changing the service a little bit today, Tony said, how was your response to that? Yes, the sun rises in the east, because I'm always changing the service. But I want to go ahead and allow ourselves to resonate in that place with song. So we're going to sing A Light in This World together. And as we go into this time of reflection, into this time of the energy of music, which for me is such an important aspect of my life, I invite you all to simply take a breath. Step back into that knowledge, that deeply seated knowledge of the truth of who you are. For there is only one power in this universe, and it is who and what each and every one of us is. That's the truth. And this thing expresses itself as peace, power, beauty, love, wisdom, joy, harmony, and it expresses itself as light. That's what each and every one of us is. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. So let's all sing that together. Here we go. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And so I take this moment of reflection to understand and know that there is a singular power in this universe that is operating through all of creation, for it is the very basis of creation. There is one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, and that life is the life of each and every person here, each and every person watching online. It is life itself expressed at our level of expression. And so I call upon this life to express more fully, in a more expanded way, right here in this moment and in every moment, in everything we think, say, and do. I trust and know that the core of expression is this light and this love. And for this I am truly grateful. Allowing this to be so, I simply know it. And that's all that needs to be done, is to know it. And so with a grateful heart, I release this word to law, knowing it is complete in the speaking of it. I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is. And so we'll sing, You Are a Light. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And we'll sing, We Are a Light. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine. We do shine. That is our job, and we don't have to work at it. That's the great news, isn't it? We just shine. Oh, I'm so revved up now. I am especially revved up because of what is happening today, right in this moment. So as you know, we have 9 brilliant, I was going to say 10. I'm like, no, there's not 10. We have 9 brilliant practitioner students who are about to step into the world of expression by taking on clients and by being a part of our Sunday service. And there's going to be more on that. But one of the things I want to remind everyone of is that practitioners are here to know the truth for you. And that is our job. As a minister, my primary job is as a practitioner. I think of myself as a practitioner before I think of myself as a minister. Practitioners only know the truth. They practice the presence. That's why they are practitioners. And these 9 students, these 9 brilliant students who are about to step into, as I unleash them to the congregation, as I said a few weeks ago, I can't say enough about who they show up as in class every Tuesday and who they show up as in Sunday service. They are absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant minds, and they are expressing brilliantly. And here today to share with you her reading, her affirmation, and her treatment for the first time at this lectern, please welcome Judy Southern.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a real thrill to be here, and what an incredible, incredible first year this has been. Who knew? Taking courses and no thought of practitioner studies whatsoever. And when Jonathan said, here's what you need for practitioner studies, and I saw that I had the qualifications, and I thought, well, I guess I'll do this. Oh my God, what an incredible year this has been. What an incredible year. So, I have a quote for you, and it's from Ernest Holmes, of course. Do not will or try to compel things to happen. Things happen by an immutable law, and you do not need to energize the essence of being. It is already big with power. All you need to do is to realize this fact, and then let it be done unto you, or unto that for which you are working. So what does this mean to me? Well, first of all, it's a huge relief to know that I don't have to be in control, or try to be, like I used to be. I had control,
I'm sure nobody in the center has control issues.
I had a girlfriend who said to me, Judy, you don't have to control everything you know. It was obvious to friends. So it means it's okay to just let go and just allow what is. It's also about belief and about trust. If we believe there's a divine power that's available, it's easier to trust. So we do receive as we believe. And this is illustrated for me in a Yiddish proverb that sort of connects this idea. I love this proverb. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. So God is the ever-present wind, and we choose the best way to trim the sails to get the most from God, from the wind. And I used to be a sailor, so I know what that's like, trimming the sails to be absolutely perfect. We can use this power of the wind, this power of God that is available to us all the time. We're at choice. Do we sail against the wind or with the wind? Against God or with God? So we can let go of all that rough sailing or ineffective sailing. We can let go of compelling things or trying to compel things and just allow and embrace what is wanting to come into our lives. It's about belief and trust, letting go and letting it be so. So my affirmation is very simply, I let go and I trust. Would you like to say that with me? I let go and I trust. I let go and I trust. So, as we prepare for treatment, I invite all of you to relax. Just let go of everything. Take a breath. Clear your mind and just be present. And I know that there is one divine energy, one infinite intelligence, and I call it God. and God permeates everything, everything that is. There is only God. God is all there is. And God is always expanding and always creating. And God created me out of itself, out of its love, out of its self-givingness. So I know that each and every one of us is an expression, a divine expression of God. As God is, we are. And I relax in this knowing, this knowledge of my oneness with God. And I know that life is unfolding absolutely perfectly, that everything that we need is at hand. And all we have to do is realize it and believe it and trust. Each and every one of us is a divine light, and we shine that divine light. It is within us. There is such joy and love within each of us. So I know that as God is, we are, and I live this now knowing that God is all there is. And with a very deep and grateful heart, I give thanks for all I know, all I have, and all I am, all that I know about the divine within us. And I release these words to the perfect law of mind, the immutable law that only knows to do, that only knows the how. I impress these words upon the law, knowing it is so. And I release, and I let go, and I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I have nothing to say except that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. The song today is an original. I'm going to talk just a hair about it after you sing it, but it is a Pierre Gautreau original, and it is so perfect for what I am talking about today. It's so perfect for what Judy brought today, and I'm just going to turn it over to Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band for this beautiful, beautiful song.
You don't have to look very far to see who you really are. Let yourself take a little peek inside. You might be surprised by what you might find. We strive to live in peace and harmony. Like a beautiful song, it goes so well with the melody. If your soul had a song, what would it be? Would you sing it loud, sing it proud? Would you describe it to a T? If your soul had a song, what would it be? Would it be a song you could sing oh so carefree? When there's nothing to hide, what you get is what you see. What's it gonna be for your soul song legacy? Your soul song legacy. So if that song you heard, well, doesn't particularly strike the right chord with you, doesn't tickle your fancy, you could change the words, the style, the whole composition. A shift in your state of mind that'll send your soul in a new direction. Now, if your soul had a song, what would it be? Would it be a song that you could sing oh so carefree? When there's nothing to hide and what you get is what you see. What's it gonna be for your soul song legacy? Your soul song legacy. sing, we're bound to find. But whatever you choose your song to be, sing it with all you got. Let your joy and passion flow free, flow free. If your soul had a song, what would it be? Would it be a song you could sing, oh, so carefree? When there's nothing to hide and what you get is what you see. What's it gonna be for your soul song legacy? Your soul song legacy. Oh yeah.
On the Queen Street Band. All right. It's always something strikes me when they're singing it that I hadn't planned on talking about. So I have to take the lyrics. I've got them. It's all good. So first of all, one of the things that I wanted to let you know is what I was reminded of this morning when they were rehearsing that's the first song Pierre ever wrote. I mean, come on. And since then, he has blessed us with so much. What this man has to give is so deep, and I'm so grateful for your expression in this world, and I'm so grateful for what you bring to this center. It's just extraordinary. So, you know, the chorus really struck me today. The chorus. If your soul had a song, what would it be? If your soul had a song, what would it be? Would it be a song that you could sing, oh, so carefree? When there's nothing to hide, what you get's what you see. What's it going to be for your soul song legacy? You know, there's an interesting thing there in that lyric, though. He starts off by asking the question, if your soul had a song, what would it be? And what I'm here to tell you today is that your soul has a song. Every single one of us has a song to sing, and it is a soul-based song. It is the expression of our life. That's the truth. And so, asking the question, if your soul had a song, what would it be? Go to that next step of recognition that your soul sings. Now, what is the song you are singing? What is the song you are singing? There's an interesting thing happening in my life right now. And today, I actually had a lot of, I really debated back and forth. Do I really want to address this today? And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really raw with respect to what's happening with my mother right now. My mother, for those of you who may or may not know, my mother is experiencing the last stages of life as she has fought a brilliant battle with pancreatic cancer. And at this point, to be honest, she's going to make her transition any day. So this is a very hard Mother's Day for me. It's a very hard Mother's Day for me. And if I'm going to be totally 100% honest, I'm not ready to talk about it. And I just want you to know that what I am talking about today is in line with Mother's Day, but I'm not ready to talk about that aspect of my life. And I will talk about it when I have a point of view about it, and when I have something, an inspirational message to tell, but I'm going through my own grieving process right now. So I just wanted to preface that first of all. But it's so perfect. It is so perfect because what I recognize is that my mother has a song to sing, and she will continue to sing it infinitely. Regardless of her time here on this plane of action, she is in that infinite space of expression, and she moves to that next thing easily, effortlessly, and painlessly. Each and every one of us lives within a mental atmosphere. And this mental atmosphere is it's the midpoint of creation. We talk about creation within this philosophy in terms of the aspects of God. And so I'm going to get a little jargony for you. Here we go. All right, ready? Ready for this? So creation starts with cause. We call it the law of cause and effect, right? So all effect starts with cause. Cause is your conscious mind. Cause is conscious mind. It is the mind that we are aware of. It is what is happening in when I look around at you, I am aware that you exist. Now, do you exist because I'm aware of you, or am I aware of you and therefore you exist? It's, the ultimate question. Who the heck knows? Quantum science will figure it all out someday. Quantum physics will figure it all out someday. But we all live within a mental atmosphere. That's the midpoint. So you start with cause. The midpoint between cause and effect is this thing called the mental atmosphere. We refer to it as the soul within this philosophy. So it was a perfect song, soul song. From cause, everything is injected into this soul space. We call it also the subjective mind. It is subject to our conscious mind. And through the subjective, all form is expressed. So that's the basic lesson that you learn in, how many years have you been in class now, Judy? 4 years. That's the basic thing that you're learning for 4 years, over and over and over and over again. Now, we talk about the subjective mind as being this thing that we can use and we can create our own life. You change your thoughts, you change your life, right? And that's true. But we also live within a mental atmosphere for which we are not. Oh, I'm about to say this. I am about to say this. We are not responsible for the atmosphere in which we live. What we are responsible for is our reaction to it and how we express within that. So people always have to be like, if I'm walking, ready, Carmen, where are you? If I'm walking down the street, she loves when I do that. Well, I used to do it in class all the time. And I see a car accident, I was not responsible for the car accident. No, you were not responsible for that mental atmosphere. No, you were not. But you are responsible to your reaction to it when you experience it. Think about mental atmosphere in terms of this, too. This is one of the ways that Ernest Holmes talks about it in The Science of Mind, the textbook. He talks about the differences in cities. So we live in a city, right? Yeah. That was not a rhetorical question. And you've all visited other cities, right? Yes, okay. So I've lived in a couple different cities. I've lived in New York City, and I've lived in Los Angeles, and I've lived in Tucson, which is just barely a city. It's a small town hoping to be a city. No, it's actually grown up quite a bit since I've left there 17 years ago. And now I live in Toronto. I've been here for just over 2 years. And I realize in that I tend to be attracted to lively cities. So there's a mental atmosphere. The city is lively, right? Well, I don't know about LA. It's lively in its own way. But there are also cities that kind of are not so lively, right? Yeah. Having never been to Ottawa, I don't have an opinion on that. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah. Now, there are also cities that their mental atmosphere is one of culture, right? And that's one of the things I love about Tucson. It's very cultural in its expression. And there are cities that are much more commercial in their expression. So these are mental atmospheres. And the thing is, the people who are living within those paradigms, within those contexts, they are either supporting the mental atmosphere or they are not supporting the mental atmosphere. And if they're not supporting it, they're probably going to move away. We're all at choice, no matter what. Now, we can also shift the entire mental atmosphere of a city, which is my goal here in Toronto. That is my goal. I am here to shift the consciousness of this city, to raise it above. Well, I mean, I was attracted to this city for a reason. But there is a reason that I want to also lift the consciousness of every single individual in this city higher than it has been. And that's what you are all here in support of, whether you're aware of it or not. You did. And that's the truth. It was your decision to bring me here. Part of this conference that we're putting together in 2015 is to help raise the awareness that we all are the ones who create our experience. That's the only reason that I want to bring this conference here, the New Thought Conference in 2015. Everything that has ever happened has left an imprint on the walls of time. And each of us individualize this as memory. And memory is very important. Memory is very important. Memory actually is creating your future to the degree that you allow it and to the degree that you agree with it. Now, memory is an imperfect thing, too, because we all have memories, right? But I guarantee you that my memory of class on Tuesday and Judy's memory of class on Tuesday are very different memories. But we each have those memories, and they are each expressing they're continuing to affect us and create new cause and express in our lives. So cause and effect is actually this great big circle. It's continual. With my years of theater training, what kind of vowel was that? It's continual expression at all times, and effect is affecting cause. Cause creates effect, and it continues, and it continues, and it continues. And this is not a bad thing, although I fear that far too frequently we focus on the negative aspects of that creative process. That we get into those fear-based memories, and we create more to fear. Truth is, give into the love-based memories and allow the law to simply show up. We do not have to, as Judy said, we do not have to coerce it. We don't have to make it work. It just works. In reproducing, we reinforce this tendency in the mental atmosphere. And in reinforcing the tendency, we reproduce effects. Did y'all get that? In reproducing, we reinforce the tendency in thought. And in reinforcing the tendency in thought, we reproduce the effects. It's just a headier way of saying it's all a circle. And that is why change sometimes feels insurmountable. Conscious mind can become lazy. Conscious mind can become lazy if we allow it. And what happens if we become lazy in our conscious mind, the default that takes over is the heavier weighted subjective tendency. That's the habitual thinking in the subjective that is showing up as our experience. If we are not consciously changing our experience, we will experience what is already there. And it's all based in memory or in the mental atmosphere in which we exist. It's a heady talk today. This is the law of cause and effect. The law simply acts. The law simply acts. It is impersonal. It just does its thing, no matter what. It's not sitting back going, oh, look, there's a fear-based thought, so I'm going to latch on to that and give you more of that. No, it just says, oh, fear-based thought, fear-based expression. Oh, love-based thought, love-based expression. Simple as that. But we're the ones who are in charge, ultimately, of our own expression and experience of life. All creation gestates in the womb of the subjective. All creation gestates in the womb of the subjective. And if we should allow it to do so without thinking, no, that's not what I wanted to say. I should read what I wrote more accurately. because I put an if in there. There's no if in there. So I'm going to start this over again. You ready? This is the way my day is turning out. All creation gestates in the womb of the subjective, and we should allow it to do so without thinking. There is no compulsion required on our part. There is no compulsion required on our part. And I think sometimes we get so hung up on the change your thinking, change your life thing that we teach, that we start to live in a mental atmosphere of this idea. Wow, changing my thoughts is hard. Oh gosh, it's so difficult to change my thinking. And if you're in mental muscle with me today, the lesson ultimately is let yourself off the hook. Well, not if you're just in mental muscle, but for everyone. I'm trying to make the correlation that I say this in mental muscle all the time. Let yourself off the hook. Ultimately, changing your thinking is not that hard. If you fall back into a habit, if you fall back into a subjective mental atmosphere, if you fall back on something that has been showing up in your life, be gentle with yourself. And in that moment, take the time to remind yourself that you are in charge. Because a lot of us get to that point, it's like, oh, I'm going to change my thinking. Okay, now I've changed it. Oh, and this thing shows up. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Life sucks. No, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. In reminding yourself that you are the one who is in charge, you get back on the path of changing that which no longer works for you. You are not the victim to circumstances in your life. Not a single one of us is a victim to the circumstances that show up in our life. We are the point at which those circumstances change when we decide to change them. This is all part of our natural evolution. It is natural evolution to change. Because that's all evolution is, change. And when change is required, it will happen. It must happen because that's the way the law works. Remember I said the law is impersonal. It does not care what you put into it. It simply shows up. So when change is required, I consciously think, change is required. The law says, yes, change is required, and so change happens. Ernest Holmes writes this: when intelligence makes a demand upon itself, it answers its own demand out of its own nature and cannot help doing so. That's the process of emergent evolution. When something is required, it shows up. The knowledge shows up for how to make it occur, if that's what is required. There's a great example of this. So, what was the year of the Wright brothers? 1902, something like that? 1903, around that? 1903? Of course, Tony knows, the aerospace engineer. Wright brothers, 1903. To that point, we had not built a flying machine that worked, right? When it was required, the knowledge was there. Oh, we can observe how birds' wings work and see that there is this thing called lift, aerodynamic lift, right, Tony? I'm getting this right, yes? Yeah, sort of. He's like, yeah, sort of. Anyway, the idea that there was a requirement at that point that was so strongly embodied by the Wright brothers, the knowledge shows up. Where did that knowledge come from? It was already in the universal mind. It just took them to intuit it and allow it to happen through them. And now look, I have been on so many plane rides this year, I can't even tell you. I think I've already got about 15,000 air miles since January 1st alone. And I'm about to get a lot more going to Guatemala. Rolling up the sleeves, okay. So if you are ready for change in your life, if you are ready, are you ready? Simply state the demand. That's rhetorical. I mean, unless you all want to just say it out loud, no. Simply state your demand. That's the way it works. I've spent 10 weeks talking about the core concepts of the science of mind, and the one that always comes up is the word, and we utilize the word through prayer. Stating your demand is utilizing your word. That is the energy of creation. You are the embodiment of intelligence. You are the embodiment of intelligence. So relax in that knowing. You can relax and stop working so darn hard to try and make change. Because as the embodiment of this universal intelligence on the individualized level, a lot of big words, all I'm saying is you are God at your level of expression of it. And you being God, you are in charge of everything that shows up in your life. Everything. So if you don't like it, change it. I can hear the wheels going, yeah, but it's so hard because you're still thinking that. It still comes up, right? There's still that little niggling idea that comes up sometimes like, oh, but it's so hard. I see some people going, yes. I see some people going, no. Just do it. Yes, Nike. Thank God for Nike. That was not a plug. I'm not expecting an endorsement of any kind. Just a donation from Nike would be lovely. You can see the effects of your life. Is anyone unaware of the effects of their life? Is there anyone in the room or online who is unaware of the effects of their life? Right, you can see them, right? So one of the things that I want to talk about is in this process of change, step away from the denial. This is also a very important aspect that kind of gets confused a lot because we talk a lot in classes about, oh, you turn entirely away from the condition and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, there's nothing real and matter doesn't exist except as the potential to exist. We get into these very deep philosophical quantum physics theory ideas in class, and here's the thing. If something is showing up in your life, do not deny that it is showing up in your life, because that's actually the worst thing you can do. Because in the denial of that thing showing up in your life, you are not empowered to a place of being able to change it, because you have no idea what's going on. Wow, that sounded very threatening. I didn't mean it to. I'm like, you will change your life. No. Step away from denying the circumstances of your life if they don't feel good. Step into the empowered place of knowing that you are the one who gets to change them when they show up, because you are the point of cause in your life. Be willing to recognize the effect with the knowledge that you can change it. Each and every one of us can change everything. We can, as a community, change the mental atmosphere of this entire city. We can change the mental atmosphere of this entire country, of this entire continent, of this entire world. We can change the mental atmosphere of the universe, because there are mental atmospheres that comprise all of these aspects of life expressing on this plane of existence. And this is not the only thing that's showing up, because there are so many things beyond what we can see, beyond what we can hear, taste, touch, feel, smell. I knew I was missing one. There it is. There is so much more beyond. Everything seen and unseen is simply an expression of God. The only way to change it is to create new cause. That's it. And you cannot compel it to happen. You simply rethink. You just simply rethink. Set your mind aright. Land upon the spiritual truth. And the spiritual truth of any situation is the thing that allows life to express more fully. That's the spiritual truth. If there's anything that is denying the expression of life, I would suggest that's probably not the spiritual truth. It's a great way of making that distinction. One of the things I teach all the practitioner students is this. Ultimately, your job, your only job is to know the spiritual truth of any situation. And when that situation shows up in your face, there is a spiritual truth about that situation. Lena, come on up here. You ready for this? I wasn't even planning on this, so here we are. Take the microphone. Okay. Lena, I'm experiencing lack in my life. I'm so poor, and there's no money in my checking account, and I've actually been overdrawn 3,000 or 4,000 times this year. Wouldn't that be nice? if I'd had the money to be overdrawn in my checking account 3,000 or 4,000 times this year. But it really, I don't know what to do.
Oh, Jonathan. Just trust and know that God is the source of your supply.
Really?
You are fully abundant in all ways, fully provided for, regardless of the money situation in your bank. It shows up in other forms.
See, get it? Regardless of the circumstances, the spiritual truth is infinite abundance. Brilliant. Thank you so much. If anybody is experiencing lack, if they look at their bank account and think, oh, I wish I had more money, stop wishing. Start recognizing that you are the point at which abundance is expressing, and it shows up. It can't not, because that's the way the law of cause and effect works. Oh, I am infinite abundance. The law says, yes, you are infinite abundance. Let me show you how many ways you are infinitely abundant. It was brilliant. Thank you. I think all the practitioner students are scared to death of me now. Because I will call upon them for treatment at any time. I will call upon them to be an example and service at any time. Yes, I'm watching all of you. Allow yourself to simply know the spiritual truth. The spiritual truth of any situation is that which allows life to express more fully. We are infinite abundance. We are the perfect expression of divine health at all times, no matter what the seeming circumstances of our experience are. Everything is aligned. And think about, oh, actually, here we go. I'm so excited about this. So think about this idea. There is that within you which knows how to heal itself. When the body has some ill effect happening, isn't it great to know that the body also knows how to heal? If it didn't, we would not survive as a race. We would not survive as an expression of God because it would have imploded upon itself by this point. The body knows if we give over to the expression of the body simply resonating with pure, perfect life and health, which is the truth of God. Which then touches me in this moment. And I will address the one spiritual truth I do know about my mother's journey right now. And that is, regardless of the circumstances, she's an infinite expression of pure divine light. And her time on this plane of action is about to end. But she will never end. She will never cease to be. That's what I know. That's how we can each of us embody this understanding. By trusting and knowing, and you know what, and quite frankly, studying the spiritual truth. I'm going to call you all out a little bit. I'm going to call you out just a little bit. When I first got here 2 years ago, yeah, I am doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. You ready? When I got here 2 years ago, I could not teach a class that didn't have a minimum of 30 students in it. I think our last class had 6. Are you all that enlightened? I'm just going to suggest, take a look at the 4 Agreements class and show up. And I'm going to ask you to show up in the room. There's a reason I'm not doing it online this time. I want people in the room. I want the energy of that experience in the room. It's a 4-week class. And I just want to say, you can change your life in class. But it is part of a spiritual practice that must be embodied. Now, many of you may have embodied a spiritual practice. I know that I, as a minister and as a practitioner, still take class. Do you know that I still take class? Yeah. I'm not above taking class. I still study. I am an infinite student. And that is important to me, to be an infinite student, because I will never claim that I have all the answers. All the answers are in a universal mind, but unless I'm studying, I am cutting off my access to that universal mind if I think I know all the answers. The truth is, I do know all the answers because I have that intuitive line, which we all do. We all know all the answers. But class is a great spiritual practice, so I'm going to encourage all of you to join us for class on the 28th of May. May, yes. I don't know what month it is anymore. 28th of May, Wednesday the 28th, for a 4-week class. Yes, Wednesday. 7 o'clock. I'm pushing class back to 7 o'clock on Wednesdays while we're not having Wednesday night service. If there is a necessity for change in your life, you are the point at which that change happens. You are the change which you seek. It allows itself to be expressed when you tap into it. And in tapping into it, you are tapping into the depths of an infinite intelligence. And it is from the depths of infinite intelligence that all invention flows forth. And invention is simply another word for creation. This is the perfect outcome of the universal intelligent mind, which you and I, each and every one of us, everyone online, everyone here, is utilizing at all times, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. You are the center of creation. Everything you experience, you are the center of that creation. Your experience living in this city, you are the center of that creation. You are both father and mother to all that you seek. For you are the cause and the subjective tendency and thought to create. And that's the way it works. Think of it just like, father, mother, child. You think into a subjective womb, and from that is born your experience. That's the way it works. So I'm putting out a call to all of you, not just to take a class, but to start proving this every single day in your life by making some shift in your habitual thinking. Letting yourself off the hook if you feel like it's insurmountable, and trusting and knowing that staying the course shifts the tendency in thought. That's the truth. And that is honoring spirit as you. I know I read this all the time. That's not the page. And I read it on Mother's Day a couple years ago. And I've decided I would like to read it again. Of course, now I have to find it. I should have prepared for this better. I am letting myself off the hook. Well, I can. The thing about this is there's actually a reason I want to read it as he wrote it. Because I want us all to simply relax into that space. Funny thing is, if I looked in the table of contents, I would be able to find it very quickly. Let's see here. $3.90. You would think I'd have the page memorized by now, too. I've read it so many times. I know. Okay, you know what? Clearly I'm not meant to read it today. Here's the idea that I want to impart, though. Ernest Holmes was a brilliant man. Many of us consider him a mystic. He would be the first to say he was not a mystic. He was just a man who knew something and had something that he wanted to teach the world. But ultimately, he said none of this means anything unless we are actively proving it every single day. There's a difference between knowing the truth and living the truth. And so my call to you today is to live the truth. For you are the mother of invention in everything that shows up in your life. And let's each and every one of us step into honoring the truth of who we are, which is spirit, by actively changing our lives. Actively knowing that life can get better. Regardless of how great it seems right now, it can get better and better and better and better and better. His basic idea was he doesn't care if you memorize the books of all wisdom throughout the ages. It doesn't mean a hill of beans. Yes, I used a hill of beans. It doesn't mean anything unless you are living it. He doesn't care if you memorize this book. Live it. And so that's my call to you today, to live it, because that's what I do every single day. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity to do that. Namaste. Yeah, next time I promise I will have, well, I wasn't planning on reading it, so how could I have had it prepared? It just hit me in that moment. I'm going to invite everyone to take out whatever it is you have to offer the center in terms of a financial gift, a contribution, a tithe, whatever you call it, your investment in the center, and simply allow it to be what it is, which is an expression of God. That's all it is. And this God expression moves through this center, nourishes this center, and blesses this center for good. And so I invite you to give with that in mind. And we're going to sing a new song today. You should have been given a little piece of paper when you were handed your songbook that will have the lyrics to this song on it. And this is another Pierre Gautreau original. And as soon as he's done tuning, I'm going to turn it over to them. As the baskets go around, please feel free to stand and stretch and learn this new song. It's a lot of fun.
What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care? What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care?
Let's do this one more time.
What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care? What do I give? What do I give? What do I give?
And so Judy in her brilliance will offer a blessing over our offering.
I recognize the one divine energy that permeates everything, permeates all that is. And I recognize our oneness with this one. And in this knowledge, I accept the gifts that are here today. I know that they are given with great love and allow us to expand our consciousness beyond these walls, beyond this city, beyond this province, and out into the world. I am ever grateful for everyone here, for these gifts. With a deep and grateful heart, I release these words to the perfect law, the law that only knows to do. I release and let go, and together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. Stay here for a moment. Okay. No, you guys can go. But I do want to say thank you to Carmen and to Jim, who helped with the offering today. Jim, as our board member on duty, thank you. Your brilliance today is felt, and I am so deeply honored for what you brought today, and I wanted to publicly acknowledge that in front of everyone, so thank you.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, with these practitioners, we have a brilliant future in this center. So
It was a thrill. It was a big deal. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to thank Lori and Christina who set up for us today. Also, Marg, who was our greeter. I want to thank Margaret Ann, who is in the bookstore today, and Carrie in the sound booth, and Tony on the camera. Tony! I want to thank Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band. I especially want to thank each and every one of you for coming out on this beautiful day, and we're going to release you shortly so you can go enjoy the sunshine. Isn't it gorgeous today? Yes. Yeah. I also want to thank you all for your support of my trip to Guatemala, which I am so looking forward to. It'll be so next. I'm not missing a Sunday service, by the way. I leave next week after service, and I will fly back on the following Saturday. But you have touched lives, whether you know it or not, through this experience, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that Lena's going to get to go with me. Yay! I might give you a suitcase. I'll pay for the luggage fee, just so you know. So I'm going to invite everyone to simply allow themselves to hear what they heard today and allow what it is that resonated with them to be present in your mind right here, right now. And in this place of recognition, simply be. There is that point. There is that one point. You are that one point through which all of creation is occurring. There is nothing that needs to be done except to simply allow it. With right thinking comes right action. And so I invite each and every one of us to get ready to be on that road to a deeper expression of God in everything we think, say, and do. And this is simply the preparation. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. And so in this moment, I claim that we are ready, for we are the point at which an infinite creative power is expressing. Each and every one of us tapped in to that divine light, expressing as love in everything we think, say, and do, for there is only love. Allowing God to be the core of our experience, for there is only God. It can be no other way. And so I call upon each and every one of us right here in this moment to know more deeply love in everything we think, say, and do, to express love more deeply in everything we think, say, and do, for love is the core. I trust this, I know this, and I simply allow it to unfold, knowing that as we move from this time and this place we change this world. We are the point of change. And so I simply allow this change to occur, stepping back into the arms of grace and knowing it is so. With a grateful heart, I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is.
Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Thank you very much. And to take us out today, Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band are going... No, actually, it's Aaron Hughes and the Queen Street Band. Yes, Aaron Hughes and the Queen Street Band with Listen to the Music. It's on page 21 of your songbooks. Have a great week, everyone. Come on, people. Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, gonna let the music play. What the people need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do if you know how. You gotta get a message, get it on through. Oh, now don't you ask me why. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Well, I know, you know, baby, everything I say. Through the country for a day. We'll be happy and we'll dance. Oh, gonna dance the blues away. If I'm feeling good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing we can't do or say. Feeling good, feeling fine. Oh, baby, sky. And the crowd is growing bigger. Listen for the happy sounds, you gotta let them fly. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time.